where Stephen A. ranks LeBron. That would be
number 2 overall. Number 2 in the history of basketball.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say.
Yeah.
Number 2 overall, number 2 in the history of basketball. Makes sense. I think most people do.
I'm thinking Kobe Bryant's top 10 all time, probably top 5. He's not number 2 all time in the history of basketball. What's wrong with that, Shaq?
But I have a problem with, you know, what you said. Like, my thing is, it doesn't matter who the GOAT is, my guy should be in the conversation.
Yes.
No, but hold on. So if you guys just throw him out of the conversation.
Stephen A. Smith just crossed a line that even Shaquille O'Neal couldn't ignore. The ESPN analyst tried to justify why he won't put Kobe Bryant ahead of LeBron James in the GOAT debate, and Shaq absolutely destroyed him for it. This wasn't just a disagreement. This was a complete dismantling of Stephen A.'s credibility.
Sometimes when I hear people talk, I don't understand the criteria. Is it championships? Is it points?
Right.
Is it, like, I always have arguments with people like, I don't really care who's in it, but I think you should put the right people in.
Yeah.
Right. So right now it's just, for some reason, LeBron and Jordan. Which is fine, but you're not going to throw Kobe in there?
The Big Diesel made it crystal clear. Michael Jordan is the undisputed GOAT, and Kobe Bryant deserves the number 2 spot over LeBron. The way Shaq shut down Stephen A.'s argument was absolutely brutal, and we're breaking down every devastating moment.
First of all, again, he's one of the all-time greats. There's nothing to debate. But he's number 2 at the 2 guard. He's not number 1. We all know he's not Jordan. He didn't have Jordan's resume. We know this.
Stephen A. Smith's argument against Kobe was as weak as it was disrespectful.
They've asked me about Kobe. How come Kobe isn't in that conversation? He's got more chips than LeBron James. And I said, my response was, Kobe's not even number 1 in his position. And we all love and revere
Not at all.
the
You
Black
got to think
Mamba.
about MVPs and like how many he's won.
No,
and, like, other things as well.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about just watching the game with the eye test. As great and as phenomenal as Kobe was, nobody ever said he's superior to MJ, and they played identical positions and had an identical style of play.
He claimed he cannot put Kobe ahead of LeBron because Kobe's teams really struggled when he was on his own. This is the same man who supposedly understands basketball, making the most ignorant argument possible.
He's a 6-time champion. He's a 6-time league MVP. And I still have LeBron number 2 and then Kareem number 3 because of the versatility and all the all-around abilities that LeBron brings to the game, which Bird and Kareem and those guys did not have. LeBron is number 2 all-time behind Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Smith's argument centers on the idea that LeBron has avoided disastrous seasons in a way Kobe never did, pointing to LeBron having only 3 losing seasons in 22 years. But here's what Stephen A. conveniently ignores. Context matters, and his surface-level analysis is embarrassing.
No, I think we're upset. I think we're a little edgy. I think it's good for us.
Despite the losses on the road, do you think this team still has time to gel, considering how many road games you have coming up?
Sure, please.
But what's going to be the key, and what stuff have you guys worked on? You haven't had a losing streak like this in years.
Just execute better. Knock down shots.
The audacity of this man to diminish Kobe's legacy while defending LeBron's team-hopping strategy is mind-blowing. Stephen A. is basically rewarding LeBron for running from challenges while punishing Kobe for staying loyal. When Shaquille O'Neal heard Stephen A. leaving Kobe out of GOAT conversations, he had to step in and set the record straight. The man who played with Kobe for 8 years wasn't about to let this slide. The only thing I don't like about the GOAT conversation is they don't put my boy Kobe Bryant in it. Michael, LeBron, or Kobe. Now y'all can debate, Shaq declared. Notice he said Michael, LeBron, or Kobe, not LeBron, then Kobe. He's putting Kobe on equal footing with LeBron.
I'm thinking Kobe Bryant's top 10 all time, probably top 5. He's not number 2 all time in the history of basketball. What's wrong with that, Shaq?
But I have a problem with, you know, what you said. Like, my thing is, doesn't matter who the GOAT is, my guy should be in the conversation.
Yes.
No, but hold on. So if you guys just throw him out of the conversation. So somehow it just went from Mike to LeBron, and you just threw my guy out of the conversation. His name needs to be in there all the time. And when his name is not in there, that's when people have a problem.
I look at Kobe. There is nothing on earth to question the greatness of Kobe Bryant, who to me is one of the greatest of all time. But it did help for those first 3 rings that he had you in your prime to some degree.
That's not the point. The point everybody is making is don't leave him out the conversation.
I'm not leaving him out the conversation.
You are. I don't mind people talking about who their GOAT is, but you definitely got to have my boy in that conversation.
I definitely will, and I definitely will.
Shaq made it clear that while he didn't need Bryant at the very top of the list, he deserved better than what Stephen A. was giving him. The big man was about to school Stephen A. on what real basketball analysis looks like. We as people, we gon' stand on what we stand on, but I have a problem with what you said. Doesn't matter who the GOAT is, my guy should be in the conversation, Shaq said, and you could feel the temperature rising in the room.
It's like, like Jordan and Kobe and LeBron, that they got to do things I couldn't do. I wanted to be a force in the middle that people were afraid of. So, like, I don't get offended when people do not put my name in that category.
This wasn't just teammate loyalty. This was someone who witnessed greatness firsthand, correcting someone who watched it on television. Shaq played with Kobe during his prime years. Stephen A. watched highlights and box scores. The difference between lived experience and hot take television was never more obvious than in this moment. Shaq was speaking from 8 years of practices, games, and championship battles with Kobe. Shaq has consistently stated that Michael Jordan is the GOAT, the best to ever do it. But here's where it gets interesting. Shaq believes Kobe is closer to Jordan than LeBron ever was.
For me, it's always Dr. J and Michael Jordan, Magic and those guys.
I might get flamed for this, but dude, I'm from Cleveland.
Many former NBA players put Kobe ahead of LeBron in the GOAT debate, arguing that Bryant was the closest thing we saw to Michael Jordan, not just in pure basketball ability, but also in killer instinct. Shaq witnessed this firsthand. When Shaq talks about Jordan being the GOAT and Kobe deserving the #2 spot, he's not just making rankings. He's making a statement about basketball DNA. Some players have it, others don't.
Michael looks over at us and said, he can't guard me. Kobe looks over at Doug Collins and said, this guy cannot guard.
Stephen A.'s argument about team success is laughable when you examine it closely. He praises LeBron for avoiding bad seasons while ignoring that LeBron had the luxury of choosing his situations. Kobe stayed with one franchise through rebuilds, injuries, and front office mistakes. LeBron jumped ship every time things got difficult. Which approach shows more character? Shaq knows the answer, even if Stephen A. pretends not to. Ironically, Stephen A. has previously argued that Kobe was a better player than Shaq himself, which makes his current position even more contradictory and confusing.
In the spirit of Kobe Bryant, let me end this segment by saying this. Say what you will about Kobe Bryant. That brother put in the work. And it was never an option for him to miss games or to not represent basketball the way that he did. I want everybody to remember that brother was about putting in that work.
Let's talk about what really matters, championships, and how they were won. Kobe has 5 rings, same as Magic Johnson. LeBron has 4 rings from 3 different teams. Which is more impressive? Shaq knows that Kobe's championships required more sacrifice, more loyalty, and more mental toughness. You don't win 5 rings with one franchise by accident. You do it by being elite for over a decade. Stephen A.'s dismissal of Kobe's bad years ignores the fact that every great player has struggled when surrounded by inferior talent. The difference is, Kobe didn't run. He stayed and figured it out.
In addition to overpowering you inside, you might as well wave the white flag of surrender. Bryant lays it off to Orr.
The dribble penetration and the quickness of Kobe Bryant is really causing problems for the Pacer perimeter guys. When he gets in there, the back line steps up.
Shaq played with Kobe during some of the most clutch moments in NBA history. When Stephen A. talks about rankings, Shaq remembers actual games, actual moments, actual greatness. The 2000 Western Conference Finals against Portland when Kobe helped overcome a 15-point fourth-quarter deficit in Game 7. The 2001 playoffs when Kobe averaged 29.4 points. These aren't statistics to Shaq. These are memories. Shaq has talked about the major difference between LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan, and it was all about perception on the court. When it mattered most, who did opponents fear more?
They want to be 41 and 41. They don't want to be 40 and 42.
And Bryant for 47. Missed that. Rebound by Jeff Whiffy.
This is where Shaq's argument becomes devastating for Stephen A's position. LeBron is praised for his basketball IQ in choosing situations. But what about loyalty and building something? Kobe spent 20 years with one franchise, through good times and bad. He didn't calculate his way to rings. He earned them through perseverance. That's the difference between a competitor and a calculator.
You are from Philadelphia. I find it unbelievable that the fans are booing you here. Does that hurt your feelings?
Yeah, my feelings are hurting, man. I mean, I'm just out there trying to play and have a good time, and yeah, my feelings are hurt being from Philadelphia.
Was the 2002 MVP, Kobe Bryant.
When Shaq defends Kobe's place in GOAT conversations, he's defending the idea that some things matter more than perfect circumstances. Character matters, loyalty matters, mental toughness matters. Let's get technical about what Shaq witnessed firsthand. Kobe's skill set was more complete, more Jordan-like, more suited to winning basketball games when it mattered most. Footwork, fadeaway jumpers, post moves, defensive intensity, clutch gene. Kobe had everything. LeBron is bigger, stronger, more athletic, but basketball isn't just about physical gifts. When Shaq played against both players, he felt the difference. Kobe attacked you with skill and will. LeBron relied more on physical advantages and favorable matchups. Stephen A. Smith took issue with Shaq's claim that Kobe belongs in the GOAT discussion, but his counter-arguments reveal how little he understands about winning basketball.
Gravitating to the tube or to the ballpark to actually watch you, okay? I don't think it helps that the #1 face is a dude that needs an interpreter so you can understand what the hell he's saying in this country.
This is the same analyst who changes his positions based on ratings and social media trends. Shaq's positions come from lived experience, not hot take culture. When someone who played with the legends corrects your analysis, maybe it's time to listen instead of double down on bad takes. What Shaq understands that Stephen A. doesn't is the mental aspect of greatness. Kobe's mind was wired differently than LeBron's. The approach to pressure, competition, and legacy was completely different.
Never had that. So my legs feel fresh and I feel very confident about where I'm at. Control what you can control, right? I've done my part. I had to play through a season where there was much more on the line than whether or not I can come back from Achilles injury.
Kobe studied opponents obsessively, worked on his game religiously, and approached every possession like his career depended on it. That's Jordan-level mentality in a different body. LeBron is great, but he's never shown that level of obsessive perfectionism. He's more concerned with managing his image and legacy than pure basketball dominance. What makes Shaq's defense so powerful is that it comes from someone who actually played at the highest level with these legends. His perspective carries weight that Stephen A.'s hot takes never will.
LeBron's the best thing to ever happen to the format of debate television because he was so interesting. The entire way he led us to asking so many questions about the time we were in, the times that he just left, the people that had crossed his path, all of these things, right? He became so interesting. And then 2010 changed everything. Game 5 and Game 6 in 2010, where it looked like he was flat out mailing it in. Then with 2011, where he flat out ran out of gas. That 4-year run where he was in Miami, every game was a referendum. The best argument for him being the greatest of all time is even Michael Jordan, no one had withstood as much scrutiny, and the level of scrutiny that Jordan withstood made him retire after winning those first 3. LeBron went to 8 in a row.
Derek Fisher, Robert Horry, Rick Fox, all the championship teammates understand what Shaq is saying. When you've been in the foxhole with someone, you know their true character.
Well, I think the Black Mamba is appropriate. And he makes shots with guys draped all over him, falling down, left hand or right hand. I just, witnessed him doing some amazing things.
The Lakers are champion, back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions.
When you're able to go all the way to the top, you feel that you put your name in granite, more or less.
The ecstasy of winning it all and being the best player on the planet.
Stephen A. can analyze statistics all he wants, but he's never felt the pressure of Game 7, never experienced the clutch moments, never witnessed the preparation that separates good from great. Around the world, basketball players and fans understand what Shaq is arguing. Kobe's global impact and respect level among players was unmatched until his tragic passing. European players, Asian players, players from every continent studied Kobe's game. His technique was teachable, his mentality was inspiring, his approach was pure basketball.
The Knicks and the Nets coming up here on MSG. Madison Square Garden lit up in the Lakers uniform colors, purple and gold, to honor Kobe Bryant. Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others were killed in a helicopter crash this morning in Calabasas, California.
LeBron has fans and respect, but Kobe had reverence. There's a difference, and Shaq recognizes it even if Stephen A. doesn't. While Stephen A. cherry-picks statistics to support LeBron, the complete picture tells a different story. Kobe's efficiency improved over time, his clutch statistics are superior, and his peak performance was higher. 5 championships, 2 finals MVPs, 11 all-defensive teams, 33,643 career points. Kobe's resume speaks for itself without needing context or excuses. Most importantly, Kobe never had a finals performance like LeBron's 2011 meltdown against Dallas. When the lights were brightest, Kobe showed up. Always.
Hopefully my Laker legacy will be that of a champion. That's why we play. That is the most important thing. You know, this franchise does not hang division banners. It does not hang conference championships. We hang one banner and one banner only, and that's NBA titles. That is the most important thing. You have a responsibility to the city of Los Angeles to bring championship banners back where they belong. Second place does not matter. Second place means you're the first loser. You have that mentality here. That's what gets you there.
When people debate the greatest players in NBA history, Shaq believes Kobe gets disrespected, and his destruction of Stephen A.'s argument proves why. The Big Diesel didn't just disagree with Stephen A. He systematically dismantled every weak argument and exposed the flaws in his logic. This wasn't just about rankings, it was about respecting greatness. When a Hall of Fame teammate tells you that your analysis is wrong, maybe it's time to reconsider your position. But Stephen A.'s ego won't let him admit when he's been schooled. This debate reveals something bigger about how we evaluate greatness. Do we reward loyalty and sustained excellence with one organization? Or do we praise calculated ring chasing and optimal situation seeking? Shaq's position is clear. Michael Jordan is the GOAT because of his combination of skill, mentality, and clutch performance. Kobe deserves the number 2 spot for the same reasons, just slightly less dominant. LeBron's greatness is undeniable, but it's a different type of greatness. The question is whether we value Jordan-Kobe type greatness or LeBron type greatness more. Shaquille O'Neal didn't just win this debate, he obliterated Stephen A.'s credibility while defending his former teammate's rightful place in basketball history.
From the Lakers, and Bryant trying to go behind his back, and Boykins the other way, and they'll finish off with Andre Miller. Maybe.
Hey, Kobe did not give up on that play. How about that play?
Now that's leadership. That's the kind of stuff he wants to do, and it's suited in. The
truth is simple. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Kobe Bryant deserves serious consideration for number 2, and LeBron James, while great, doesn't have the same claim to basketball immortality. When someone who lived through the battles, won the championships, and witnessed the greatness tells you how to rank players, maybe it's time to listen instead of pushing hot takes for television ratings. Stephen A. Smith got schooled by someone who actually knows what championship basketball looks like. The lesson was brutal, necessary, and absolutely deserved. What do you think? Did Shaq destroy Stephen A.'s argument, or does LeBron actually deserve the number 2 spot? Drop your thoughts below and subscribe for more debates where legends set the record straight. Remember, when champions speak, analysts should listen.